Hello, thanks for joining me. Recently I've been playing a lot of Akiba's Trip, and I'm actually really close to a platinum. All I have left is like chain stripping 12 clothing items, which is surprisingly challenging for me. I don't know, I think my reflexes are just getting old. So anyway, it got me kind of misty-eyed about Akihabara. And you know, I've been there multiple times. I think I've been there 4 times, once for each time that I've gone. I have some photos, so I'll try to kind of intersperse those in with my ramblings here, so you guys have something to look at. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about my experiences there. Really playing this game has just, you know, brought that back for me so much, and it's just such a fun place. I've really enjoyed being there every time I've gone, I think, just because it's so, you know, it's just one of those places where you can feel like, you know, you don't have to feel bad about anything like that you're really geeky about. It feels so much like everyone is just you know, all in the same boat. You know, you're kind of amongst friends, and it's really a fun atmosphere. So I'm gonna show you guys here. I think this is from the last time I went, which, if I remember correctly, was in 2010. So here we have a map of Akiba, and you know, along the sides here, there's all kinds of ads for like Maid cafes and all of that kind of stuff. That was definitely, you know, kind of popular by then. But you can see here, you know, if you've played Akiba's Trip, you'll probably be somewhat familiar with this map. Now, there are, you know, some things I am a little disappointed with in Akiba's Trip, because, you know, it does a really good job of kind of getting the main street here. But you know, it has like this area, but you kind of miss out on, I think right in here there's like a book off. Oh, maybe I'm totally backwards. I am totally backwards. So sorry. Over here. So like this is these are the like park, I guess, where they had, and what do you call it there? Yodobashi camera, and let's see here, UDX I think is over here. Yeah, UDX is right there. So so basically, you know, like it's got some of those main things, and you know, some of the shops back here, but it's missing like some of the spots, even some places that I, you know, have fond memories of going. You know, places like I marked a couple things off on here. Kami Fusen, I believe it is. It's like a paper balloon. Is this cool shop where they have like, they'll take in used figures, they've got used video games, they had a bunch of like old used PC games, which I'm going to try to show some of this stuff off here that I've picked up in Akiba in particular. So this is going to be like a really random collection of stuff, but I don't know if I remember exactly when this was from. I think it was the last time I went. I picked up a bunch of the Welcome to Pierre Carrot games for PC. So here we've got, this is, let's see, GO, Grand Opening, Pierre Carrot e Yokoso. This is the Windows, like, 2000 MEXP version. And, you know, Welcome to Pierre Carrot, I'm a big fan. Someday I might show off my Welcome to Pierre Carrot collection. It's not that amazing. Here's Welcome to Pierre Carrot 3. This is, you know, again, a Windows version, and this is probably the one I have the most versions of. I think I have this on PlayStation 2. I may have it on Dreamcast as well. And then we have Welcome to Pierre Carrot 2. This is just regular 2, I guess. It's a deluxe pack. I don't know exactly what that means, if it came with anything special. Anyway, I'm not going to do an unboxing on any of these. I just kind of wanted to show those off. You know, it's so much fun wandering around in these shops, and you know, I don't know, the times that I've been there, I've actually picked up a set of Capsule figures each time I've gone. It's kind of just been coincidentally. The very first time I went, I ended up getting a handful of stuff. They had some ones that were like little busts, and they were of oh, what do you call it? The Hellsing. You had these Hellsing busts. I remember I picked up some of those. That's one of those things I kind of wish that they had in Akiba's trip, is the ability to actually, you know, get some of those capsule toy figures. There's even a place that well, there's a lot of places that deal in, like, traded in capsule toy figures. So I mean, they're all kind of like blind box, or they're actually in those little capsule machines, so you don't know what you're going to get. So, you know, you trying to complete a set, you're going to end up with doubles no matter what. Plus some are more common and some are more rare. So anyway, there's a place called Gashapon, which I know I have a photo of. It's in the building where the Maid Cafe is. And the Maid Cafe is, like, essentially, as far as I know, the first Maid Cafe. And, you know, Maid Cafes are obviously something that's become really kind of a symbol of Akiba in some ways. I remember reading about Maid in particular on the internet way back. It was probably in around, I'm trying to remember when my first trip, my first trip was in like '98, so my second trip was in, I think, 2002, and I definitely went to it then, and it was just like the only one as far as I know. It was totally low-key. It was just like an otaku hangout. You know, you just go in there, you know, order some food or a drink or something, just sit around and, you know, just relax. And, you know, after a while, like, things changed, and there kind of became this whole culture around it. They got really popular for a little while. But anyway, you know, it's just been such a fun experience, kind of seeing things evolve and change over the years. The oh no, I just knocked over one of the characters. Sorry, it's not the first time I went. The second time I went to Akihabara, the first set of figures I got, basically I went to, it was like some random shop. I'm just going to fix this figure here. I went upstairs, and they had, I don't even remember like what other stuff they had there. I think they weren't like a capsule toy place. They just had a bunch of stuff. But they had a couple capsule toy machines. This is probably where, like, old capsule toy machines go to die when they only have a handful of figures left. So anyway, this is my complete set of Popotan figures. And I don't know if you can really see them all in there. I don't want to tip it too much, but they probably only had, what is this, 5 figures? They probably only had like 8 figures in there. And I just sort of put in like one coin after the other, and just happened to get this whole set with like one double. It was amazing. It was just really cool. So yeah, so I mean, I've loved this for years and years. Just having that, I always thought Popotan was like cute and fun, and just an interesting thing. I think another thing with character designs by what is it, Poyoyon Rock, or whatever his name is, and that is somebody who actually did the character designs for Akiba's trip, which I think is pretty cool. So a little, you know, just kind of a loop back there. I think that's a cool connection. Next up, let's see, the next time I went after that, I think, was just a few years later. I should have reminded myself about this, but if that was 2002, then maybe 2006 or 2005, right around in there. And anyway, I'd been watching Genshiken, and I really liked it. And this is literally the place above Gashapon. So Gashapon, you know, they basically have a whole ton of capsule machines in there, and you can just go in. That's sort of like the starting point. And there's a bunch of capsule toy machines all over Akiba. But so you go in there, you know, you can do that, and then on the next floor, there's more stuff. Like, the cool thing is all these buildings have like 4 or 5 or 6 stories on them, and you can go in and like a lot of times a store is like the whole building. But anyway, so they had like cosplay shops. I think there's a couple floor of cosplay shops, and then it's the Maid Cafe. So in the cosplay shops, I went in there, and they had some other stuff too, and they had capsule toys. These were blind boxes, and like I said, I was into Genshiken. So this is actually the full set of, these are the characters from the, at that point, fictional anime series of, what do you call it, Kujibiki Unbalance. So these are all the characters here, and it was fun. I was having a little more trouble putting this set together. I ended up with a handful of doubles, and I hadn't really gotten savvy enough to like go to the shops that resell the figures and buy them that way to fill in my collections yet at that point still. So so what I ended up doing is basically I was talking with you know, one of the girls working in the store, and I'm just like, I'm still missing her here, the what is it, like captain or leader or something. She's like anyway, you know, I was saying what they call her in Japanese, and she was like, I was like, she knew what I was talking about. So they, like, the people in the store, not just her, but multiple people actually helped me. They were like, well, let's see how heavy this one is. Oh, maybe it might not be this one, it might be this one. And they opened a couple of them up for me to find the figure. I think it was like I had an hour or two before I had to like catch my flight and stuff, and so they were like, well, let's find this for you so you can finish your set. It was really sweet, and obviously I remember it to this day. It was just such a fun little experience there. And let's see. Oh yeah, so I guess my last set of capsule toys that I got is K-On!, and this was probably in, I forget when it is. I think 2010 maybe was the last time I was there. I'm just gonna shut up about when I was there, so I'll just say like the last time or the second to last time or whatever. So I'm just gonna show these, I guess, like one at a time here, so, or a couple at a time. We have Ritsu and Mio here, obviously from K-On!, and they have like Mio has a little handbag that she can hold. I'll actually grab it. I just grabbed one of them. There's a couple that goes in her hand just like that. And then I drop it on the floor. That tends to be what happens with those. And yeah, so there was those, and then we have Yui, and I have her base, but it's just sitting there, and Mugi, Tsumugi. So there they are. And there's two more variants. There's one variant of Ritsu and one variant of Yui, I think. And for whatever reason, I wanted the whole set of those, even though now I'm just kind of like, it's more fun to just display the set of 4 of them. But I was smart this time, so I bought those out of a capsule machine, and then I went and got like some figures from the resale shops. So that worked out really well and economically for me. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, Akiba, it's one of those places that I've just been able to go and sort of geek out about whatever it is that I wanted to, and it's been so much fun. I went to, let's see, originally when I was there, I was going, this was, I guess, probably technically the second time I was there. I wanted to get some game hardware, some stuff that I, couldn't get here. That's when I picked up my first PCFX. Pretty much, this is my whole PCFX collection back here. It is complete. Pretty much none of these games came from then. I think at one point I probably got a couple games and brought them back with me, and then I actually ended up getting rid of those. And essentially my entire PCFX collection I've gotten back, and then some, obviously. But I did pick up a Marty, an FM Towns Marty. It's a consoleized version of the FM Towns systems. It only worked with some of the games. This was early stuff too, because I haven't seen these types of games in Akihabara since like that second time I was there. That was like 2002, so it's been a long time. I'm sure that you can still get these, some places, maybe even somewhere in Akiba, but I've never found it, since then. But this is Tanjo, aka Debut. This, as far as I know, works on the Marty. It says, for use with the Marty. And, I have a handful of other games for this too, just like 2 or 3 or 4 of them that I grabbed. I haven't really messed with my Marty too much. The floppy drive belt died not too long after I got it, so I actually have a replacement for that now, which is excellent. I just haven't gotten around to putting that on the bench and getting that in there. But yeah, other places. When I was there it must have been 2000... Oh, this is 2009, so this must have been in like 2010 when I was there. So anyway, the Queensblade figure, I'll just put this up here. The Queensblade figures were really popular. These had kind of, I don't know, just come out, or were like, maybe like a couple sets of them had come out or something, but they were everywhere. And this is one of those things I actually kind of regret that I didn't get any of. But these sort of things are hard to bring back with you. And, you know, it's not a very convenient thing to get there. It's kind of easier to get these, you know, through the internet or something, you know, now, certainly. But basically, this one actually was a gift from one of my friends. But they had a whole bunch of these, and I've actually started to get a little bit of a collection of these going. I have actually quite a handful of Queen's Blade figures. A really cool shop in Akiba that I like to go to is called Super Potato. This is something that you can see in Akiba Strip, and you know, if you pretty much have to like go up. I forget if you just go up some stairs or, you know, take an elevator or whatever, but it's kind of up a few floors, and it's this really small. A lot of these shops are kind of small and cramped and just full of old stuff, cool old stuff. And I ended up picking up this game here, which I've done a review of before. This is I think it's Ichigeki. What is it? Ichigeki something Hoi Hoi-san. But a really, really cute action game on the PlayStation 2, featuring a essentially what is like a customizable, collectible model robot, fictional, that you can like buy parts for and put together and use in this video game to exterminate bugs in your apartment or whatever. It's a really cute concept and a really fun game, actually. You know, while I was there, I also went to, I've been to Nakano Broadway one of the times at least, maybe twice when I've been there. And that's basically just like another part of town. It has another sort of, basically like a building or a little shopping complex that has a whole bunch more really otaku-y, you know, video games, anime figures, animation cells, that kind of stuff in it. I think there's a big chain of stores called Mandarake. I'm pretty sure that at Nakano Broadway, like, most of the stores are Mandarake at this point. And so I got some things, I guess, at Nakano Broadway. One of them is these here, some Kotoko DVDs. I really like Kotoko. I was introduced to her from, I'm not really introduced, but I guess I ended up getting this live DVD, and I think I kind of just, actually, I did just take a chance on that a little bit, and I really liked it. So, you know, I've been into her music for quite a while. Anyway, this is a set from 2006, Kotoko Live in Yokohama Arena, and that's pretty cool. I've checked that out. Maybe I shouldn't say pretty cool. It's Kotoko, so it's always amazing. And then we have a 2005 complete edit. This is Ive in Budokan, which is like, it's like the tops if you can get into Budokan and perform there. It's sort of like you've made it big. I just, you know, it was fun. I wanted to pick those up. Those are Region 2, so it's a little tougher to watch, but you know, while I was in that particular place too, I'm pretty sure that's where I got Wangan Midnight. I've done a little bit of impressions review of that. This is definitely one of those ones that came back with me from Nakano Broadway. Really kind of fun place just to go and check out. You know, additionally, let's see here. What? Well, we're talking about Mandarake. I don't know how long it's been there, but like, there's this huge, like, monolithic black building in Akiba. I mean, there's probably a couple of them, but this one is like, it's just all Mandarake, and that must have been there. I don't remember noticing it maybe the first time I was there, but it must have been there like the second or third. Probably it was the third time that I went and picked up. I was really into getting some anime-based PlayStation games, and I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, but I do actually run the site PS Anime Games, if you guys have ever been there. It's been a little neglected. I do have kind of like a feed of news that shows up on the front. Honestly, I think they updated PHP and I haven't actually like fixed it, so it could be broken or have some errors on it or something right now, but I think it's up and running, and it's not much of an endorsement, but anyway, it's a site that has some information on anime-based games for PlayStation system, but mostly like the old PSX. So I just had a few things I needed for that collection. Unfortunately, I don't have most of the games for that, but anyway, suffice to say, this is a handful that I got specifically for that site. This one is one of the Yamato games. I'm not going to try to figure out what the whole title is there. We also have some of the Gegege Kitaro games. This is this one, which I think is more of a kind of an adventure game. And then there's one in here that's an action game that's actually really cool. I've been meaning to play more of it. It's like a 2D side-scrolling game. It's pretty neat, but I think it has some sort of crazy like lockdown for being able to like play it on stuff. I think maybe even chipped systems kind of have struggled to play that one. So I have a Japanese PS2, so I'm sure it'll play on that. We've also got what is it here? Yeah, Ginga something Densetsu, the Legend of Galactic Heroes here. So that's a pretty cool. Actually, I don't know if it's cool. It's a digital comic. I like the fact that they released some digital comics on the PlayStation 1. I just think that's kind of a cool thing. Jewel Bem Hunter Lime with Paint Maker. I think this is the kind of thing that might have had a peripheral with it, where you'd use like an art pad or something like that. Lupin the Third, Lupin Sansei, I think. And yeah, that's that. I don't know if I've even really played that one. And these ones here, I actually completely forget what the title is to these. They might be like, I don't know if these have a, I'm thinking Soul Hunter. Like there's some sort of, I don't know if there's a romanization, not a romanization, but a translation of it like that, but that may be the wrong thing. This is just another one of those games I needed for my collection, so if you want information about it, check out PS Anime Games. And next up is Ojamado Doremi with Kid Station. This was another one that has like a peripheral with it, which I'd really actually like to get the Kid Station controller. I don't know why, but I just think it would be cool to have for the Kid Station games. I was talking about that Traders, which is right on Main Street in Akiba. I picked up some stuff there. I talked about previously in my PlayStation 3 video Bounty Hunter, White Knight Chronicles, and Imabiki So. I also grabbed my copy of Bistro Cupid for the Xbox there. You know, just so many cool things. There's a Gamers there, which is you know, just another one of these stores. They have like games and anime and manga and just all kinds of stuff there. They do like Fukubukuro, which are basically like lucky bags. They're like grab bags. So I think it's something to do with around the end of the year. They're probably just like trying to liquidate stock that didn't sell for the most part. But it's kind of a tradition of that everybody, you know, gets into a little bit, it seems like, where you go and you buy the bags and you know, you'll spend like $20 or $30 or $50 or, you know, however much you want, kind of. They'll have some different sizes. And you're going to get stuff that's, you know, retail value is worth more than that. So I just went ahead and did the Gamers one year. I was like, all right, let me just give it a shot. So so I ended up with a bunch of DigiCarrot stuff. Digico and DigiCarrot is the mascot of their chain of stores. So we have like a little pencil board here from DigiCarrot with the various characters on it. I ended up getting a sticker, which I've never stuck on anything. I've got a little ruler. And some pens here. These are sort of cute. There's one with Robbie and Rose, and one with Puchiko or Piocola on it. And let's see. I guess that was it. There were a couple other things that came in that. There was like a little rail pass holder and stuff. So it was just a fun little grab bag. Honestly, I don't really like surprises, so I was a little disappointed. But another older thing that I got there, and I forget exactly where I picked this one up, but this 3x3 Eyes set, I'm pretty positive that it did not have this shipped or anything like that. This has a VHS tape in it and the game. This is actually for the PC Engine, something that I'd like to start collecting more for. It's something I always intended to do, and I just never really did. So many cool anime-based games and stuff on that. It's just amazing. But yeah, you know, you think of Akiba these days, and you know, you think of maids, I guess. It's become such a big thing. This is something that one of my friends actually sent me. But this is like a whole guide to maid cafes in Japan. You've got like this is a little it's almost like a pencil board, but it's it's a little laminated map. So this is Akiba. So you've got pretty much outlined there, and some of this information is probably outdated at this point, but a whole bunch of areas there. Then you also have stuff in Ikebukuro, Yurakucho, and Nakano, which I was talking about, Nakano Broadway there. So yeah, there's those. So I guess the maid culture has has spread, and oh my gosh, this is just it's sort of like, it just gives like little, it's almost like advertisements, I think, more than even reviews. But they have like, here's like good spots for beginners, check out these places. You've got like let's see, some of this almost seems like it's just like for some of the shops. Like here's like arcades in Akiba and stuff like that. Here's the Maid Cafe. And actually they never allowed photographs in there, so I could never take pictures, but this is actually what it looks like inside. It's just, they just have this sort of simple motif. I'm getting some shadows in there, but you've got like leaves around on a lot of stuff, sort of like, I don't know, fake ivy or something. And this is how their particular outfits look. And let's see, we've got yeah, so I don't really think of myself as like some sort of like maid fanatic or anything like that. I mean, honestly, I think it's more like it's having fun getting into the culture of Akiba than me really being a fan of maids or something. But it's kind of fun. So I've got, let me see if I can find some of this stuff in here. We have like one of them is At Home. Here it is, At Home Cafe. I ended up going to this one, and this was like, my friend went with me. We were just like, let's just try these out, and it was so embarrassing. Like, you go in and you can only stay there for a certain amount of time, and I think you might pay up front, but you might just like have to order something or something. So we ordered whatever. We get it, like the maid waitress comes and she's like, okay, so like make a heart with your hands and say moe moe kyun over your food, and we're just like, what? She's like, no, moe moe kyun, and I'm just like, moe moe kyun. It was really, I don't know. They were good sports though, and so obviously some of the guys were really into it. You could like request a particular maid to come and like wait on your table. They give you these cards, and I just thought this was like the most amazing. I don't know if it's like focusing on the card here, but it says License of Your Majesty. It's level 1 my master is what you are, I guess, if you've only been there once. But they stamp it. I don't know who. Let's see. This is Matt. I'm Matt Goshujin-sama, at home, and it just says the date. I don't think it says like who waited on you or anything like that, but I just thought that was fun. And my friend, one of my friends, like, he wasn't living there most of the times. Like, well, I guess just one of the times that I went, the past time, he was actually living in Akiba, which was cool. And like, basically I feel like any sort of social worth that I've had I've kind of been his asshat, sort of, like, I just, because I tag along with him, like, I've gotten to sort of like reap the benefits of his like social savviness, because I have none myself. But anyway, so we hung out. I guess, I don't know if, I mean, I assume like he gives this out to people, so he probably wants people to see the information. But anyway, I'm just going to show off this here, Otaku2. It's otaku2.com. This is Patrick Galbraith. He does like I've actually heard him on NPR talking about like Japan and stuff. But he did like a book about like anime and otaku culture and Akiba and stuff like that. I'm sure he's probably done more since then. I actually really want to read that. I feel pretty bad because I haven't gotten his book yet. Maybe I'll go order it on Amazon right now. But anyway, he was a cool dude, and we hung out and just chatted for a while, and it was really fun. I found this. I was trying to tell you guys about this. This is the weird, like, Maid cafe that we went to. Like, it was so cool. It's called Saint Grace Court. You know, we just hung out there and had some drinks and like talked, you know, for a little bit. It was just kind of a fun little place to chat. But that was really fun. I really enjoyed, you know, meeting him and just going there. It was just kind of like a chill time. And you know, like, probably you guys have been seeing all kinds of photos up here as I've been talking. You know, some of the stuff is from Comic Market, Comic-A, and you know, I love going there, and I used to, you know, I've tried to go there every time as well as hitting Akiba. When I was there, you know, these are just a couple other cards I found. This is like New Dreamers Sticker Manufacturer Circle. This is one of those places that would make like stickers for Itasha. I actually got a couple. They're on my car. I've got a little oh, what do you call it? The girl from Lucky Star there, Konata, doing like her thumbs up, and just a couple. Just they're small. It's not too conspicuous. But yeah, you know, this is and we ended up picking up a card from, like, I think these dudes do some of the graphics for the sides of stuff, so you probably see the you know, the cars here in some photos kicking around. And yeah, I don't know, you know, it's just fun to, like, I don't know, just go there and hobnob with people that are just as obsessed or more than you about some of this stuff. I think the last time I was there was probably the first time I got to actually go to a manga cafe. I'd never really been to one, and it's like a manga kisa-ten, and I ended up reading actually a bunch of this, which I'm going to be embarrassed if I forget what this is. Oh, because it's all in katakana. It's Chemical Deluxe. That's right. Iwasaki Masakazu, that's the person who wrote it, and it's The Unknown Girlfriend. Anyway, they ended up making this to an anime, which was like alright, but the manga was just really funny. Something about the art style and everything, it just caught my attention. And I remember I picked this up at I believe a book off in Akiba, which unfortunately is one of those things that they didn't really put in the like in Akiba's trip, which is too bad. And Gunslinger Girl Volume 1, I seem to remember I picked this up at Gamers. So, you know, just so many fun memories of being there and doing stuff. We've got a little bank. This is like one of those cheap, it's like metal banks that you have to like just bust into with a pair of scissors or something if you want to get your money out. Obviously Hatsune Miku themed, I'm sure, like completely unofficial. I got from an arcade. You know, you go to the video game arcades and you can get little prizes. I think we might have done like slot machines or something like that, which I'd never done. Still don't really see the appeal of, even if you were getting real money from them, but anyway. Yeah, just wanted to share with you some of my experiences hanging out in Akiba and you know, just having fun there. It's a really interesting place, and I guess actually I also got to meet an idol of Akiba. This was what's her name? Amano I guess Amano, if you were saying it in sort of like a, you know, Western name order. And she was really cool. We didn't, you know, it's like my friend living there was just kind of hanging out, you know, with these people, and you know, he was friendly enough with her to like go up and talk to her, and just had seen her before, like they've had conversations, so she let me take her picture. She was doing some promotion for some of the stuff at Comic Market, and it was really fun. It was fun to meet her, and she's like a, you know, kind of has done like photo books and I think some singing and some like promotions. She's kind of like the character of Rin in Akiba's trip. Like there really are people like that do that sort of thing, and Akiba is like kind of a cool place to do that, just to you know, because like of the like the people there will support, you know, people doing that kind of stuff, I guess. So anyway, it was fun. We ended up bumping into her, I think, a couple times around Akiba. So kind of an Akiba idol that we got to meet. So that was very fun. And yeah, just you know, I wanted to share some of these memories with you guys. I know some people have asked like about my experiences in Japan, like Kitshoryuken and stuff like that. And it's just you know, I don't know if I do a good job of explaining, like, I don't know, the fun stuff I've done there, but that's kind of some of the things I remember that I've really enjoyed. So I hope this was fun to check out, and I hope you'll join me again for more anime and video game related videos. Thanks for watching.